Hello Collective, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my friends? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. And I have a deck here. We're going to look at just a collective reading. So it's going to be for anybody's sign, really. I'll call out the signs and symbols as you need to know them and see them. In order to know what's going on, please bring your discernment and your special little tinfoil hat, your intuition. And we'll figure out together what's going on. Tell me about the collective. This is a general reading. Keep that in mind. It's not going to resonate for everyone, and I intend for this reading to be about the current or the future energies, and that doesn't mean that it's always going to happen today or around the corner. I don't intend on digging into anything back there. If it shows up, the past shows up, I will acknowledge it, but here at Ten of Cups Tarot, we are onward and upward, y'all. We are not digging around in the past. I'm not going to hold you there. No way. Let's find out what is going on for the collective. We've got the Two of Wands. There's a planning situation going on here. Somebody's planning to take action on something. Some sort of a... whatever you're planning on taking action on here is going to change what you call stability. I'm going to say somebody's done some really good planning, and the energy of the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. So I'm going to say you haven't missed a detail. You're about to launch something, launch a book, launch a business, launch whatever it is. It feels like you have been in the planning stages and kind of stuck in the edits, I'm going to say, but it's time for you to take action. You may not even feel like you're ready because the Wheel of Fortune is here and you can't fight the Wheel of Fortune, but when destiny shows up, it's go time, and that's it. When destiny shows up, you've got to do it. I feel like, I'm just going to say, I feel like even though the wheel is showing up and is pushing everything forward in divine timing and expanding your life, it feels like expansion is coming with your stability or your money or your reputation, or it feels like something big is about to explode. That's what it feels like. But I'm going to say that you've done a lot of planning. It feels like you've planned your way into some sort of a future fortunate, expansive moment. It's like you've done it intuitively, I'm going to say, that you've spent a lot of time preparing yourself, building yourself. You did alone. Look, I don't feel like you had any help. I feel like you've done this all alone. Tell me what this is here. We have the Eight of Cups. You had to leave some people and things behind in order to do it. You know what? It just feels a little bit like somebody stood in their power and decided, I'm going to go forward and I'm just going to do it. And I know that some people are going to feel some type of way about that, but I have to leave behind the things that don't serve me because that's the stuff that's been holding me back. I feel like you stepped into this energy, this Virgo energy of being very analytic, going over the analytics and making sure that everything was in place, but also being very logical and practical about how you're about to move forward. At the time that you were making all these decisions and these practical moments were coming up, I feel like you didn't realize that the universe was coming, but I think that you did realize, if you understand. If you are a Virgo, you know what I mean. You are somebody who is, you're also connected to the earth, right? So just like me, I'm a Taurus, but Virgo has like this knowing. It's almost like a Pisces sort of energy with Virgo. Virgo has this bit of knowing. And so that's why I'm looking at this Piscean energy here with the Eight of Cups. I feel like you have been working on something and planning something all along on your own under the surface. And I feel like you know that you're going to have to leave something behind in order to move forward. So you didn't say anything about it. So it's been a lot of planning that's been going on under the surface. But you know that when the wheel shows up, and I feel like what I'm trying to say is I think that you've been following along. You think you're the leader, but you've been following along. And I feel like feel like we're at this moment of alchemy where everything turns, everything changes. And for some of you, it could be in the month of October yet, because card number 10 is October, right? But it could be also in Scorpio season for sure, because we've got fixed energy here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, but also Sagittarian energy. So that brings us into December as well. I feel like something is coming up here. So it's going to be different for all of you because we're all in different places in our life. The timelines will be different. And so whatever it is, something is showing up here and is ready to turn to change. We've got the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like you've been doing something under the surface, not telling anybody. It's only you that has the clarity. And I feel like when this does show up, or when it comes about, or when we decide to show everybody what I've been working on, I feel like people are going to see you as somebody who is deceptive. Or I feel like you've been saying to people, no, I can't come to that, I gotta work. No, I can't come to that, I gotta work. But I don't think it was always the workplace. I think it was work you were putting in. Like when people say to me, like you only do a few readings and you throw them on YouTube and you make money. And yeah, but you don't understand that I'm also reading from my home. I'm also working on a deck. I'm also like, there's so many things that are going on in my life. And I think this is how it is for you, collective. I feel like you're very busy and you keep telling people, no, I have to work. And I feel like people think that's deceptive. But I think that what you're doing is you're leaving behind the things that don't fit your lifestyle any longer. You're not settling for what other people are settling for, I guess is what I'm saying. And something is about to change because you've put a lot of work into building something up all by yourself. And the plan was yours and you did it silently and quietly. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. What is changing here? Tell me what's changing for the collective, please. There's something here you've been carefully building alone. We've got the Page of Cups. I think that not only are the people around you going to be shocked or maybe a little bit surprised when they see what you've been working on, because I think that it's going to be divulged at some point because the Wheel of Fortune is here. But I feel like you're going to shock yourself. I think you're going to be surprised at how very ready you feel to show up the way that you're showing up. We have the Nine of Wands. I think that you're holding on to this. I'm just looking at the way this person's holding on to this last wand here, this ninth wand. Somebody here is showing up, holding on to the ninth wand, feeling like they're at the brink of burnout. It's like it feels like this has got to work. Like it's got to work. I don't have any more left in the engine, like nothing left in the tank. I'm putting it all out there. I want to say that you want to believe what your intuition is saying, which is it's going to be fine, because the Page of Cups is here with the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like you are so exhausted from putting a lot of time, effort, and energy or money into something here that you're feeling very sort of low on excitement. So the Nine of Wands is here with the Page of Wands. That's 10 wands for me. I feel like this is a place where you can drop what you've been carrying, but I also feel like you've been carrying an emotional balance for so long. It's like when you finally get home at the end of your trip and you just want to fall into your own bed because you've had enough of hotel food and hotel beds, or that you've been driving for 16 hours and you just want sleep. Like it feels like relief is what the 10 wands feels like. It's time now for you to sit back and let it do its thing. You've been working on it long enough. It's time for you to, with the Page of Wands, it's time for you to feel the underlying excitement. It's almost like you won't allow yourself to be excited about whatever this is because you're still unsure about whether it's going to work out or not. But I think it's because you're in this wounded warrior energy here, because you're not used to things working out for you. You're not used to things. It's like you're still in this place of back and forth with the Two of Pentacles. You're still in this place of back and forth as to whether this is actually going to go off or not. Tell me about the Two of Wands. What's the plan? What are we talking about here? We have the Sun. Tell me why the Sun is here. We have the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. Oh, isn't that interesting? The Sun is happiness. It's a breakthrough. It's a mental breakthrough. Some sort of big idea that is about to make you so very happy. But I want to say that I think that you've been cynical all along that this is even going to work out. I want to tell you that the Sun is here. So if you're the person who doesn't think it's going to work out, and look, I could for you be talking about a relationship, or you waiting on the new job, or you going for some sort of a casting for a movie, or it feels like something big because you're about to have a breakthrough on whatever you've been planning or working on. It feels like there's a big breakthrough, and it might be clarity of the mind. It could be that because the Knight of Swords and the Sun is here, but it also could be a verbal breakthrough. Somebody of influence might be watching you do whatever it is that you do, and I think that a person of influence is probably coming forward to put a spotlight on you and to tell you something about whatever it is that you have been doing. Tell me who this Emperor is. It's almost like this person has advice for you, or whatever they say to you, like, good job. Like, it's really going to land. Like, it's really going to land because the Sun is here. And it feels like somebody here of importance or influence, somebody who has already got their stability and security doing whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. I feel like this person, it like fuels your mind. Do you know what I mean? It like really excites you and makes you happy. Tell me about the Emperor. We have the Knight of Wands. This Emperor is an entrepreneur. This is a person who's used to taking risk, who is used to being brave. I feel like this person is used to being in places of indecision where it's really hard to make a decision. But I feel like the Emperor, we've got Aries and Aries energy. It feels like the Emperor is used to moving forward and taking chances, even if they're going to fall and not be able to get this off the ground. I feel like they take the chances anyway. Now, the Emperor probably doesn't do that now that they are the Emperor, but I feel like this person is of an entrepreneurial spirit. And I feel like you are too. So whatever you've built on your own here, which is really very valuable, whether it's your reputation or a job, or maybe it's your resume or your CV, it feels like that this person admires you or is giving you the attention because they used to be where you are. They have turned into the Emperor, and it's because they have been, because they are a person who did take risk, who was taking those entrepreneurial risks at the very beginning, that this person is now in a place where they can take educated risks because we now have stability involved with the excitement and celebration. But at one point they were the Knight. They were the person whose life was very sort of up in the air, that they were taking risks and things that were feeling a little bit risky to them. I feel like this person now has their stability, or they are now considered a person of influence. Yeah. They're a person who I feel that with this Ace of Wands, that when people see this particular Emperor show up, it's almost like a foreshadowed good omen. If you know what I mean. So this person is showing up, and even if they just show up at the dinner and leave, or they show up at the book signing and leave, or whatever it is, it's almost like a foreshadow, like a good omen when this person is in the room. So I feel like this person actually lets you know that they're in the room somehow. And they are a person who I feel is going to put a spotlight on you. Right. Tell me what happens next. We've got the Magician. We've got the King of Swords. You could be a speaker. You could be someone who gets people's attention with your voice, with your ideas. And I feel like your ideas come from another realm. I'm going to say with the King of Swords and the Six of Cups here, it feels to me like you are not, like you may think that this is a bright idea that you came up with. You created this out of nothing, right? The Magician is here. That you created your own aptitude and smarts, and it feels like it's maybe something like, I don't think that you're a person who is specifically highly educated, and what I mean by that is maybe you didn't go to college or university, but you're somebody who's very smart, someone who is with the King of Swords, someone who has so many details and facts, and like it feels like you're highly intelligent. You're a person of influence because you're highly intelligent. But I want to say that this Magician is, you've created this environment where people believe what you say, or you've become an expert on something because you have all the facts. But the Six of Cups is telling me that this is actually unfolding for you because this is who you came to this life to be. So I feel like the Six of Cups is giving me the energy that I was this person in the last life. I was an Aquarius. I was a Libra. I was a Gemini. I was the person who did stand up and give the talk and teach other people about what I'm doing. But I feel like the Six of Cups is giving me sort of an energy of this unfolding, that it's not that you're learning to do it, it's that you're remembering. So it feels like this is something you're always supposed to do, and you're remembering how to do it, it feels like here. We have the Justice card. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Strength card. I feel like you no longer have to hold back, because now it's, we've got the King of Wands and the King of Swords. It's now that you are now working on wisdom. It's no longer taking chances. It's like the Emperor, right? The Emperor no longer has to take chances, no longer has to take risk. And the Emperor can't, because they've now built an empire that they don't want to put at risk. But I feel like you are now in this wisdom energy of knowing how to take, how to use your fire and not, I would say, that the knight is, the king has grown up from being the knight. And so the king has wisdom and has balance and knows how to restore their fire by holding it in just a little bit, holding it back just a little bit. This is the wisdom of the kings, right? This one will make decisions with precision, has the facts, can create a big idea based on their remembrance of who they were and the unfolding of who they are now. But it feels like here that somebody has learned how to hold back their fire in order to wait for the balance, for karma to take hold here. I feel like whoever you are, that you are somebody who is really headed for something grand. Tell me what this is. I feel like you're going to get a lot of attention because of the Sun here. We've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the Five of Wands, and we've got the Three of Swords. I don't think you are still in this I still think that you are in this place of, even though I've worked really hard and built it on my own, that I'm still unaware that it's going to go off so well. But look at that. The Queen of Pentacles is here. So the Seven of Cups is here, and it's sort of overwhelming and kind of confusing, I would say. But with the Five of Wands here, it's like I still am not assured. I still feel a little bit of lack. I still feel like I still feel like possibly this thing could go wrong. There's hesitation here, I would say. But I want to tell you that whatever this is, whatever I'm talking about, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be that you're building a business. It feels like that maybe you are a public speaker, or that you are going to teach people how to build their wealth or make better use of their time. It feels like this Queen of Pentacles tells me that it stabilizes itself financially. You're about to make a lot of money doing what you're doing, and it's not because you learned it while you were here. It's because this is innately who you are. You brought this in from another life, and that's why you hit the ground running. That's why you're able to do it. What's the outcome, please? So whatever it is that you're planning, that you're on the verge of bringing to light, I feel like it's going to be incredibly successful. Tell me what this is. Tell me about the outcome, please. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah. So the Page of Coins and the Two of Cups. I feel like what you're left with here is there's only one thing left for you to do, collective, and that is to make the bold move. Because the bold move is what starts the ball rolling with the Page of Pentacles here. That's when it finally materializes into the 3D. It's no longer a thought process. It's no longer a dream. It feels like it finally solidifies itself, or you plant the pentacle in the 3D, and it deepens. It gets its roots, and I feel like it deepens. So I feel like whatever the Two of Cups is, I feel like you really love it, but I feel like things are moving forward quickly from here. So all you have to do is take the risk, make the bold move. With the Page of Pentacles, plant that pentacle, and I feel like if you plant that pentacle deep, things start to move really quickly here. Somebody here is going to have some great success. It could be in a relationship. I'm just going to say there could be somebody here who's just going to go for it, and who has been waiting for the particularly right time. I would say now is the right time, or whatever is coming up here, when you feel the Wheel of Fortune turn for you, and it could for some of you be in October, that it will be time for you to make a choice. And the choice might be to get on the horse and start moving slowly, because it's going to lead to something very stable or abundant, or you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to get an offer, or you're going to give an offer. But it feels like it could be about love. Could really be about anything. It's whenever you're watching tarot, it's about your perspective and whatever this means to you. So maybe you can tell me that in the comments. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I am always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.